You know, for someone who kind of their whole career, not only just the content creation side of it, but their actual physical job, I sure do have a lot of computer problems quite often. But I think I've gotten it to work now where I can at least record about a half hour to a 40-minute episode. Welcome back to Mindmilk. Welcome back to Mindmilk Podcast, or MMP, or Mindmilkcast. The name's still kind of up in the air. This is just kind of something I want to do, and if I call it the secret hangout spot one day, it will go by the secret hangout spot. It's still going to be my solo podcast that I have guests on to do interviews for. But today is a solo episode because I just want to talk about how stuff went last week. I think last week's podcast was very highly received and it was awesome. I had a lot of fun. I love Benson. They are an awesome person. Genuinely such a down-to-earth friend. I know anytime, any place, if you want a good conversation, Benson's your person. You can literally probably talk about anything with them. They're the best. So I was very happy with that. I felt bad that I had to edit it down. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, keep it whole." But like, you guys don't understand. The whole version was 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's longer than most movie runtimes. And hey, listen, the stuff we did was a movie, but I don't know how that's maybe I do make that a norm of doing once in a while, like a double, like I called it the double power hour. Like, I know a power hour is great for a podcast. Like an hour long podcast is kind of almost the norm, but like the 2 hour, it felt so long. And I was worried that like, I just kind of like, I let the time slip by and I had to edit it down, and I did edit it down to at least around 2 hours. So it was, I loved it. I listened to it. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't listen to a lot of the stuff I do. Maybe it's just because I like don't like hearing my own voice. I think a lot of people struggle with that, but genuinely speaking, I'll edit something down, but like most of the time I have like, I'll listen to it once. I'll have a sticky note of stuff that I wrote down of like all the edits that I need to make. And then when I'm editing it the second time, it's on mute. It's on mute. It's like, unless it's like an audio fix. I really like, I prefer to just be like in and out when it comes to editing myself, because I'm like, just, I don't know. Sometimes I have like vocal inflections that bother me. You know what I've noticed? This is one. And I'll get into actual conversation of what I wanted to talk about today. But one that I've noticed is I'll take like very long-winded breaths, but it doesn't seem like I'm actually breathing. It just almost seems like I'm like I it's almost like I'm catching up on the idea of breathing without breathing. Like, I don't take like a breath. I just like sit there for a moment like that. And I'm like, am I swallowing? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is that? Like oh my God, what is it? I'll say exaggerated pause, but there's another word and I can't think of the other word. But hello everyone. Again, welcome to the pod. This is more of a freelance episode. I had a couple little minor maintenance on my PC to do today, so it delayed this podcast. It is 2 a.m. right now, and it's a work night, so I'm making bad decisions. But to be fair, I'm not going to be on for that long of a podcast episode. It's just me kind of explaining the future episode ideas and also some cool stuff that happened recently. Like I started up softball, which is funny because I haven't played baseball since I was younger. I'm a big sports guy, but I really don't play a lot of like actual league sports. I usually just play like pickup basketball, or I'll play like whenever I'm at a park and there's like a sporting event going on, I'll join in for that. But like, this is actual league stuff. Like, it's a beer league, but it's still a league. Like I had to sign up for it, and it's been fun. That's really like it brings you back into the passion of enjoying sports, and that's something that like that's a sub section of my brain that I love. I wish I could bring more sports into my content creation stuff. I just haven't really found that way to, mesh it into what I talk about. Same thing with like enjoyment of music. Like I'm a really big fan of rap. I'm a really big fan of hip hop. Big fan of like just pop culture in general. And I just don't feel like a lot of the time it meshes into my content. So I kind of like, again, sports are very prevalent in my content in like a background sense. Like all my decorations in my room are very sports themed or sports adjacent stuff, or just in general, like an actual sports item, like the basketball that's always on the ground on the floor. That basketball that's behind me, for audio listeners, there's a basketball behind me by my closet door. That basketball has been with me for 8 years. I just retired it this year, which is a sad moment. It's like, you don't think about stuff like that. It's like your favorite pencil, like your favorite pen, or like, I don't know, your favorite pillow that you've had for years that you eventually have to like retire. It does, like, you get like a sentimental bond with stuff like that. And that's how I felt about that basketball. That basketball got stolen from me. It was stolen out of my car when I was living in the city. Someone, stupid me, left my car unlocked. They went into my car. They didn't steal the basketball shoes. They didn't steal the money that was in my dashboard. They didn't steal anything else really besides I had a unused water bottle. I had a flashlight, and then I had a basketball, and they stole that basketball. And funny enough, I caught the guy with my basketball 3 days later at the gym that I went to go play basketball. And I confronted him and I was like, "Hey man, that's my ball. Where'd you get it?" And then he just confessed to going into my car. Insane. It was a very awkward interaction. It was one of those ones where it's like, is this real? Is this really happening right now? And luckily he was not confrontational. He just gave me my ball back. But I mean, for him to have the gall to be like, "Well, you didn't lock your car," it just goes to show. It's like, hey man, I just assumed nobody was gonna steal my basketball. But you can't assume anything. So now it stays in my room because it is no longer in service. It doesn't bounce the same. It's got old air in it, as some people would say. I don't think it's a real thing, but it's definitely got some old air, and it doesn't bounce like it used to. And it's a good time for retirement. So there's stuff like that all the time where you're like, you realize you're like, at some point, like these items that like you cherish for a very long time, you're like, "Oh, I gotta put this in retirement soon. Like I gotta give it up." Pillows, blankets, even cars. Some point when your car hits like 200,000 miles, you have to make the decision, like, gotta start looking for a new one. Actually, one of my dreams, it will never happen. It will never happen. I'm a Honda guy. Love Hondas. Love them to death. Honda has this really special rule. And it's actually like, I don't think it's probably been done like one time ever. Honda has a rule where if your car makes it to 1 million miles, the CEO of Honda will buy you a brand new car. And like, it's not worth it in any sense, because why would you ever run a car for 1 million miles? You probably end up having to replace almost every part in the car, except for the engine. You can't replace the engine. The engine has to be like the stock factory one. That's the big caveat, is it's like you can't just like hot engine swap, but then not change the odometer. Like literally you have to have the same engine. So I feel like that's where they catch you, because like there's no way an engine block can last like 1 million miles. Maybe it has happened. I just know that that's a legit thing. It's not like a like one of those like Walt Disney, like if you what's the thing that like if you no, it's if the first ever man to give birth gets Disney World thing. I don't know. I think I might be wrong on that. That's like a thing, right? Like Walt Disney's like quote unquote said that like the first man to ever give like biological birth gets Disney World or something. I That's gonna sound crazy if it's not true. It's gonna be like, did you find that? I promise I heard that sometime. I heard that somewhere a long time ago. I promise that it's either a joke or a meme that I heard and it's not real, or it's a legit thing. But yeah, I feel like that's not that when it comes to the Honda thing. I feel like Honda legit wants you to run a car to 1,000,000 miles, which I've the closest I've ever gone with one of my Hondas was 200,000, and then I totaled that shit. So, but yeah, I think the week's gone swimmingly. It's been a great week where I'm getting prepped to move, which that's gonna be fun. I mean, I just got like the kind of the wheels rolling on this, and I might have to take a little week vacation or 2 week vacation to get stuff set up again and get recording again, or maybe I can somehow manage to record while I'm in the midst of a move. I was thinking about doing some sort of like documenting my move, but I don't know. That stuff. I got things to pay attention to when I'm moving. I can't just be like setting up a camera while I'm unboxing my life. But I might do something. I might like do like a little inside the house tour or something. But I'm excited because the way it's laid out, it seems like I'm going to have a separate room for streams and content creation and all that. It's going to be an office space. And I'm the only one with a computer and a desk. So it's not going to be like a shared office space. It is going to be literally just stream room. So my plan is, and I've already told my stream and all that, my plan is I'm going to I'm going to put some money aside and I'm going to do a stream where I have you guys, the audience, decide what decorates the room, what posters I get, and we'll just have you guys send links in. I really do want to do that stream. That's gonna be a fun one. But I gotta wait. I gotta see how all my stuff fits in normally. This shelf is coming with me. All the stuff for audio listeners, I pointed to a shelf. I'm realizing when I say this shelf and you're listening to this in a car, you're not gonna like you're not gonna you're not gonna pull out your phone while you're driving on a main highway going 60 to 70 and you pull out your phone and you're on you switch over to the YouTube video, you skip to the same timestamp to see what I'm pointing at. There's a shelf behind me full of random assortment of items. I think that shelf is going to come with me. There's a lot of stuff that will travel with me. So the room will be kind of a similar setup. I hope honestly it's a seamless move. It's seeming like it's going to be. It's really not too heavy of a lift, no pun intended, but like kind of. And you know what? Like with the advice I gave myself, I already have some good tips and tricks that I'm going to be implementing, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited for that. That's something that's coming up real soon, July actually. So right now it's still June. We're in the middle of June, and half a month away. I'm going to be in a new place. Probably a week after that, I'll be doing more just like sit down content again. I'll probably have a desk set up by then. It will be nice to take a break though. I'm not like in need of a break, but it'll be nice. I've done a lot of work recently and definitely need some just time to be able to get my bearings and push out, quality content when I return, but give myself like a week to enjoy the summertime. Still doing sober summer, so it's going to be an interesting summer time because, might just be me. I don't know. maybe I just like, I just feel like nowadays everyone just wants to go drink. And it's like, it's fine, you know? It's perfectly fine to drink. We're all young adults. It makes sense. But it's like, that's almost it. It's like you either drink, you either go to a restaurant, go to the movies, which personally is my favorite quality time with friends, is going to the movies, grouping yourself up with friends, and basically like silently talking to each other throughout the movie and commentating things about the movie. That's like my favorite pastime, is like just like finding ways to rip like good one-liners during a movie. But the other stuff, like going to a bar, doesn't entertain me anymore because, one, I don't drink. Two, bars just smell bad. Maybe it's the sober me that's starting to realize this, but like you walk into a bar, it just smells. And the smell is like kind of hard to explain, but there's an aroma that's like, ugh, it's just gonna stay on your clothes. It's just not a good smell. So I do want to avoid bars, and I mean, as much as you like to go to restaurants, food ain't cheap, and you also don't want to always eat all the time. So I got to find some more quality plans to do, because I prefer to hang out with friends, but I don't want to hang out with friends when the game plan is just to drink. I do like to spend quality time with the friends, and I think a lot of them are very respectful of that. So I'm very grateful. And again, there's no real motive to this dry summer. I kind of just want to do it. I think I always like kind of like tiptoe of like, yeah, I'm gonna quit drinking for a little bit, or I'm gonna quit smoking for a little bit, or I'm gonna quit nicotine for a little bit. And then it's like, now it's like, hey man, like 23, like I did the 21 to 22 to like even early into 23, partying, going, drinking, doing all that. Like I understand my limits. I know what I'm like, and I know I'm a heavyweight, so it's expensive to drink anyways. So it's like I'm saving myself money, and it's just easier that way. I mean, out of the three horsemen, actually four horsemen now, because I'm including caffeine in this. I didn't realize how much caffeine would actually kick my butt until I quit it. Man, that one's a tough one, guys. Don't recommend it for the weak of heart. If you are really like a person that's like, don't talk to me until I have my coffee, that type of vibe, don't ever quit it. Don't ever quit it. You can't. You just can't. It really does just like brutally get to you. And like I've been visibly cranky past few weeks at times, of like in the morning just like not wanting to do anything, because it's like caffeine, man, it's like a jump start to your day, and it's just not worth it. So doing all that dry stuff is fun. It's a definite challenge. The hardest one's definitely caffeine. The easiest one's actually alcohol. Quitting alcohol was so easy, because it's like I just don't have to go buy stuff, you know? Like at least like with like caffeine and nicotine, and in some instance like weed, for example, like those ones, they're kind of cheaper, you know, like it's not too expensive for it's not too expensive for an energy drink. And then it's like, it's not too expensive for what I did for nicotine. The only thing, weed was pretty expensive, but like alcohol gets up there in price. So it's like, it's so easy to cut that one out. It's like, yeah, no, good budget. But none of it's entertaining me right now. Don't want to do it. So that's just I'm game planning that, but that's been going on. That's been swell. And then in the world of gaming, I've been very excited with you know, I'm not going to say that I was right, because that's not fair. But I was totally right about the Switch 2. I was totally right that people were going to complain and complain for like about a week, and then everyone's flip-flopping. Everyone wants it now. I'm so serious. I've seen so many opinions change on the Switch too. After watching people play Mario Kart, after watching more stuff about Donkey Kong came out, they got full on voice acting for Donkey Kong. They don't even got that for Pokemon. That's a huge advancement in Nintendo product because they don't do voice acting ever. So it's like, okay, I don't know. It's to me, it's like it seems worth it because people are having fun. It seems like the console's running fine. And it seems like at the end of the day, all these like big worries that everyone was having, not so big of a worry. It's like, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's an outage in consoles. It feels like everyone's been able to get it if they want to get it. They might have to drive a little bit to find a local store that has it. Benson told a story about how how they found it the opening day. That's crazy for a console. I mean, I think we all can remember PlayStation was sold out for months and months and months. People couldn't find PlayStations. People were tripling the prices of PlayStations to sell on the internet. So I like can't wrap my head around the fact that it's like there's so much shit talked. There's so much negative. And then it's like a couple, like we're like, what, 2 weeks into the drop and it seems like it's kind of slowly turning positive. There's still people that are super negative. You know what's the discourse that I don't like is everyone talking about the Steam Deck now. They're like, you guys bought a Switch too when I bought a Steam Deck. It's like, okay, you just like PC games better. It's like, okay, cool. You can get an emulator for your Steam Deck. That doesn't mean that people that buy Switch 2s are instantly invalidated because they didn't buy a Steam Deck. It's like, that's such a bad argument. Because it is like at the end of the day, it is like similar that it is like a handheld console. But what sets the Switch apart is it can also become a dockable console, which is great. That's like cool for, it's, what Switches are really good at? Family outings. Because there's sometimes where it's like, you go to a family outing, you don't know the vibe, and you go there. You can either have your Switch to play for yourself, and you chill in the corner, and you be the loner that plays the Switch while you are supposed to socialize, but you really don't want to. Or you could be the guy that sets up the Switch in the living room, puts Mario Kart on, pulls out all the Joy-Cons, and everyone has a blast. You win either way. It is the like the special gaming console, and I think Switch 2 is gonna be perfectly fine in that aspect too. Like it seems very portable. It seems very like efficient, like graphics wise. It works graphics wise. Like it's not state of the art. It's not top of the line, but yeah, it's not the leading in hardware console. But when has Nintendo ever been? Even when the Wii came out, the Wii wasn't the top of the graphics. They always just had something innovative. So that's my little rant. That's my little tangent about it. I think a lot of people who were complaining have kind of flipped to the other side of like, no, yeah, that's like it kind of looks cool. I kind of want it. I'm gonna get it eventually. It's like that's the discourse I always hear is I'm gonna get it eventually. It's like, weren't you just like completely trashing on it? Like, So I'm excited for that. Then a new demo came out for a fighting game that I like, and I'm probably going to talk about fighting games more on this. But if you don't know what a fighting game is, there's this guy, his name's Bet at Foddy. He made games that were rage-inducing games. His magnum opus was his first ever game. Actually, I don't know if it was his first ever game, but I'm going to say it is. Was QWOP. Everyone knows that game. It's where you type on the keyboard and it makes the person run across the line, and it's like an Olympic style game. QWOP was pretty revolutionary at the time, and then he came out with Getting Over It, which started the fighting game genre, which is hard games that if you lose basically resets you to the beginning, and there's a grind aspect, and I love those games. Those are like the games that give me the most serotonin. They give me the most like dopamine, And he just came out with a new one, which is like, for him, he doesn't come out with a lot of games often, and I got to try it. It's called Baby Steps. It was fun. It's a good game. I'm gonna be excited for when it comes out. It has really funny like dialogue with the characters. The whole story premise is pretty funny. Like you're just like an overaged man living in like your parents' home who gets warped into the forest, and then you have to like figure your way out, but you don't really even know how to walk because he's like supposed to be like a super gaming nerd that like doesn't get up from the couch. So it's like kind of funny that it's like, I mean, it's in reference to literally baby's first steps. So I played actually a good amount on the demo. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to that. And overall, it just seems like uh, some games some other games that I want to play is Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain. Really want to get it. I want to try it. Seems really fun. I'm excited for that. Besides that, there's not really anything like poking out to me like, hey, you really wanted to play this, but there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming out in the near future. I'm feeling it. I feel like this is the year for, I feel like I say this every year, but I feel like this year has really actually been like a good year for gaming. And obviously next year is going to be really good because GTA 6 is right around the corner and everyone is foaming from the mouth. If that game's not good, there's riots, right? Like I was thinking about that the other day. It's like if GTA 6 like stinks at launch, there might actually be like legitimate protests and riots from like the gaming community. Like we don't really like, we act like we want to do a lot for the community. Like we act like we like, I mean, we have stepped up before, like Helldivers. The response of the negativity of Helldivers really saved that game. Same thing with Cyberpunk, and same thing with eventually there will be an update that will fix a lot of the stuff for Starfield. What's the name? Oh my god, why am I blanking on the name? Yeah, that's Starfield. It's Starfield. Yeah. But that's I think that would happen if GTA 6 sucks. I think there would actually be like full on riots. It can't suck. It really can't. I'm saying this like so confidently like that it can't, but it totally could. It definitely could. So we will just have to wait and see. Um I am Oh, you know what else I did? I did this today. I tried Dubai chocolate. Man, I was disappointed. Cuz like I'm not a chocolate like connoisseur. I wouldn't even say like I have good taste in chocolate cuz actually I think a lot of people are in this same ballpark. I don't like milk chocolate as much as I like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is delicious to me. But like milk chocolate's like, it's better than white chocolate. White chocolate's the worst, but like milk chocolate's like the middle of the road. Like you get like a good Cadbury cream egg, it's solid. But like I don't know. I'm not really a fan of like I hate white chocolate completely, but I'm not a fan of most like milk chocolate. If it's like semi-sweet milk chocolate, it's pretty good. I'm okay with that. This was an example of they did too much and they wanted it to be special, but a Kit Kat is just 10 times better than it in any way. It's like, I don't know, it has this pistachio and something else filling. So you bite into it and it's like the chocolate on the outside's like not the best. And then like the filling on the inside's like a little crunchy and it's like pistachio flavored. So it's like, oh, it's not a bad filling, but like I don't know, like everyone hyped this chocolate up like it was such a big deal. And then I actually got like kind of disappointed. So I was sitting there and I was really expecting it to be like a home run and like some special thing and like have like a really nice crunch factor to it. And I'm like, damn, like I don't know. 9 times out of 10, I would end up just getting a good Kit Kat, a solid Kit Kat. I long time ago, I did a Kit Kat like taste test stream where I like bought a bunch of different Kit Kats and then like reviewed a bunch of them. Man, they have some weird flavors. There was like lemon tart. There was like birthday cake, like chocolate frosted donut. But there was some real good ones. I mean, you can't go wrong with a green tea Kit Kat. And I know that sounds gross, but I'm telling you, there's something about it. Changes your life. I saw one there's an Earl Grey Kit Kat, I'm pretty sure. I want to try that. Because I like the tea Kit Kats, because the wafer is so good in them. It's something good. Especially if you freeze them. That's a real trick, is if you're not a big fan of like a certain Kit Kat flavor, if you freeze them, 10 times better. But I haven't been doing a lot of like that was actually that like chocolate bar was like the first like big thing of sugar I've had in a little bit. I've been trying to be better about like sugar and caffeine and all these addictive stuff in our food, and trying to prevent like, buying bad products, buying bad food. But man, it's hard. They make it so easy to buy the junk food. So I'm trying to avoid it. So I saw that Dubai chocolate after I did my grocery shop, and I was like, I'll do this for stream. It is going to now sit in my fridge and collect dust because I'm not eating it. It was not that good. It's not worth the extra. I don't even want to know how much sugar is in that bar, but to each his own. If you really like it, you can let me know why I'm wrong, and you can give me a little answer of what I did wrong. I got like a random brand. It definitely wasn't, as the name says, it wasn't from Dubai, It was probably, I think it was from like Newark, New Jersey. So maybe I shouldn't be buying chocolate from New Jersey is the lesson of the day, is New Jersey chocolate poisoned my taste buds, because it was not that good. Not that good. And then I started having technical difficulties. It was that killed the vibe. I was like, dang. I just finished the review and all of a sudden my camera cuts out. I'm like, oh man. I'm actually surprised it hasn't cut out here. Knock on, I don't have any wood around me, but knock on wood that it doesn't cut out for this last little bit. But yeah, no. Dubai chocolate, not that good. I do like doing taste testing streams. I don't do them often. I did for a while. I did a lot of different milk flavors. You wouldn't believe how many milk flavors there are. What's the one that's always eluded me, and I've seen it a couple times? Mint milk, like mint flavored milk, and then orange milk, orange infused milk. I've seen both of those. I've never tried either one of those on stream or in general. I've tried banana milk off stream. I've never actually tried it on stream. I was actually a big fan of that one because that one tastes like banana bread, and I'm a sucker for banana bread. See, I'm just making myself hungry, and it's literally 2 a.m. I can't eat anything, so I'm going right to bed after this. But it was a little bit of a challenge today to see how long I could do a podcast for late at night after just troubleshooting for a couple hours, and I think I managed. So I think that's gonna be kind of where I wrap things up. Kind of talked about the topics I wanted to talk about. Nothing groundbreaking happening now, but we will. I will be moving soon, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to change some things. That might change some scheduling. We might miss our first Monday or our first week without Mindmilk. It's a possibility. Maybe I can record an episode in between that time and kind of buffer the 2 episodes, but we shall see. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful night or day or evening or afternoon or holiday or birthday or what else? Anniversary. There's a vacation, any of those days, paid time off. If you're doing any of those things, or if it's any of those times in general, I hope you're having a good one. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next podcast. Maybe I'll do another guest episode. I have a couple ideas of who I want on, but I won't spoil it just yet. I won't spoil it. So, all right, peace out, guys.